Hi, my name is Karen Fabian and I am the founder of Bare Bones Yoga. I've just moved into my new apartment a few months ago, and if you've seen any of my prior videos, they're all taped in the old apartment I lived in for a number of years. And this is my first attempt at making a video in my new place, which just required a little bit of furniture moving, and we're going to check out how the audio sounds on the actual tape when it's done. I wanted to present you with a short, about 20-minute practice that you can do. This is a good thing to do first thing in the morning before you go to work. It's a good thing to do at night before you go to bed. Good thing to do maybe at lunchtime if you can take a break from your job to do a little stretching. Just a short, general, overall practice, good for all levels of yogis. All right, so let's begin. Coming down onto your hands and your knees, slide back into child's pose. Take a few breaths here. And then lifting up onto your hands and your knees, come into tabletop. Set up your shoulders over your wrists, your knees under your hips, and begin by rounding your back as much as you can. And then drop down through your core and slowly lift your chin. Lift up through your sitting bones. Round your back again, and then drop down through your core, and then round one more time, and then drop down through your core. Look forward and press forward through your arms. All right, now coming back to a flatter back, bring your hands forward. Set your hands up shoulder width distance apart, tuck your toes. Lift your knees up, coming into downward dog. Bend your knees slightly and keep them bent. Lift up through your sitting bones. Take 3 big breaths. And then bending your knees a little more, walk forward all the way. Keep your feet hip-width distance apart. Reach up to standing. Take your gaze up. Stretch as tall as you can. And then bring your hands together over your heart. Close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Root down into your legs and your feet. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Opening your eyes, sweep out and up. Bending your knees, forward fold. Bend your knees again a little bit and lift halfway. And now step into plank. Your shoulders will end up over your wrists. Your feet are hip-width distance apart. Look slightly forward. And here, before you lower, you could drop the knees or keep the knees up. Push forward a little bit. Lower halfway down, push your heels back, keep your elbows in. Flip the tops of the feet flat, coming into upward dog. And just look down your arms and be sure your shoulders are directly over your wrists. Push straight down into your arms. Push into the tops of your feet. Take a big breath in. And then downward dog, tucking the toes, roll upside down. Take a couple breaths. Take a big breath, and on your out breath, bend your knees and walk forward to the front. Lift halfway, fold all the way down. Reach up to standing. Take a big breath. Bend the knees slightly as you fold. Bend the knees slightly again as you lift halfway, and then step to plank. Look a little forward. Push forward to your tiptoes. Press into the ground as you hug the elbows in and lower. Upward dog, root into your hands and your feet. Downward dog, push up and over. Take a few breaths. Remember to spread your fingers out wide as well as your toes. Keep your knees slightly bent as you lift up through your sitting bones. If you feel a lot of weight in your hands, walk your feet in a little closer to your hands. Keep your knees slightly bent, push away from the ground. Take a big breath. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk to the front. Lift halfway, fold down. Reach up all the way. Fold forward. Bend the knees a little, half lift, step into plank. All right, now don't forget about the action of the feet as you lower. First, push forward. As you lower, push your heels back. Flip your feet flat, upward facing. Roll over your toes, down dog. All right, from here, bring your feet together. Lift your right leg up. Lunge it forward. Come up onto your fingertips. Drop your back heel to the ground. Turn your foot halfway out and then reach up. If you're very tight in the shoulders, it might feel better to open your hands wider than shoulder width distance. Get as vertical as you can through your arms and lower until your front knee's over your heel. If you feel less centered and more open to the side, turn your back foot slightly in until you can center your hips more towards the front. Reach up, take a breath, and then release down. Plank pose again through the flow. Okay, bring your feet together. Kick your left leg up high. Step your foot forward. Come up onto your fingertips and just take a moment to drop your back heel and turn your foot halfway in. Come on up. Your hands can be shoulder width or a little wider. Get as vertical as you can through your arms. Lunge until your front knee's over your heel. And from your feet, center your hips. Push down and center. Take your left hip back, your back inner thigh back. Take a big breath and then release. Down and through the flow. Forward, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Take a few breaths. All right, keep your gaze set at one spot. Draw your belly in towards your spine. Bend your knees a lot and hop. Lift halfway up and forward fold. All the way up. Breathe in and all the way down. Breathe out. Inhale halfway, step to plank, lower slow. Inhale up, exhale back. Right leg up, bend your knee, lift your knee. Warrior one, step forward again. Reach up. Now root into your feet, lift your gaze, take a breath. And then release, down and through the flow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Left leg up. Bend your knee, lift it higher. Step forward, warrior one. Root down. Reach up, breathe in. And then low push up. Down and through. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. All right, couple breaths here. Okay, from here, bending your knees, look towards your thumbs, pull your belly button into your spine, take a big jump. Halfway up and forward fold. All right, coming into chair, bend your knees, reach up high. Sink low into your heels. Your feet could be equally apart to hip width, or all the way together, hugging in. Bring your hands to your heart and then twist to your right side. Drop your lower hand down, take your upper arm high, and spin open, keeping your head a little higher than your hips. Take a big breath, and then forward fold. Open your feet to hip width, grab your elbows, drop your head, bend your knees a little bit. Take one more breath, and then release your hands, bring your feet together, sweep up. Take a breath, hands back to heart. Come into chair, sit low and reach high. Hands back to heart center, twist to your left side. Stretch your arms open wide. Keep your head higher than your hips and your knees and toes forward. Take a big twist and then release. Open your feet hip width apart. Bend your knees enough so you can get your hands under your feet. All right, and then relax your head. Couple breaths. Release your hands. Toe heel your feet all the way together. Reach up. Take a breath and bring your hands to your heart. Okay, coming into chair. Sit low, reach high. Take a breath in and forward fold. Lift halfway up, step to plank, forward and down. Inhale, lift, and exhale back. All right, feet together, right leg up. Warrior two, step forward, spin around. All right, now for this pose, your heels are more to the same line. Your arms are at the same level. Your front knee is moving straight ahead. Lift your right arm up and go back. And now bring your right hand down to a block on the outside of your front shin. Set your shoulder right over your wrist. Stretch your top arm over your head. And keep moving your knee forward and a little to the right. Twist open a little bit. Take a breath. And then release down to plank. In your plank, bring your feet together, tip your heels to the left, reach your right arm up to the sky. To modify, you can bring your knee down directly under your hip, take a big reach, and then release. Plank pose, directly to down dog. All right, bringing your feet together, left leg up high, warrior two. Align your heels at the ground. Keep your left knee moving straight ahead. Reverse on the inhale. And now side angle. Grab your block. Remember, you can make the block lower or higher depending on how you feel. You want to get very long and not feeling as if you're falling forward. Keep your front knee moving ahead. Open through your chest. Take a big breath and then release. Back into plank pose. Bring your feet together. Side plank. Tip your heels. Reach up high. If you want, drop your knee. Push the ground away. Take a big breath and then release. Plank pose through the flow. From here, bend your knees, walk forward. Lift all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart. Okay. Let's take tree pose, a really great balance. Your right foot up to your inner left leg. Doesn't matter how high, just don't press on the inside of your knee. Once your foot is pressing in, open through your hip, take your right knee back. Arms up high, holding, breathing, setting your eyes. Take one more breath and then release. Switch sides. A full breath and then release. All right, let's do a couple postures on the ground. Coming up to the front of your mat, chair pose. Hands at your heart, sink lower. Come all the way down to your seat and pick your feet up. All right, so this is both. Find your balance on your sitting bones. Move your legs closer together, arms forward. Draw your belly in, lift your heart up. Take a big breath and then feet down. Wrap around your legs, big breath in and exhale. All right, stretch your arms forward and work your way down to your back. From your back, bring your feet flat, about hip-width distance between your feet. Arms at your sides, lift your hips up and interlace your fingers underneath you. Walk your shoulder blades in. Keep your knees forward, your feet straight. We're stretching through your hip flexors here, from the lower back around to the front of the thighs. Lift up a little bit more, and then lower to the floor. Rest here for a moment. And now lift up again. Stretch forward through your thighs. Interlace underneath, hug your shoulder blades in. Take a big breath and then release down. All right, you can do one more bridge, or for wheel, bring your hands up by your head. Do not let your elbows fall out. Keep your elbows in. Push down into the ground, into your feet and your hands. Come on up. Straighten through your feet. Take one more breath and then lower down. Relax your body and then soles of the feet together, knees open wide. Close your eyes, catch your breath. And then bringing your knees in, take your feet up to the sky. Interlace your hands behind your head. Take 10 lifts. Draw the belly in, just little crunches. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then staying on the back, bend your knees. Take your right foot right below your left knee. Keep your feet very active, meaning not pointed but flexed. The action we're looking for here is opening through your right hip. You're opening through your hip, not just pushing your knee. Keep connection between your foot and your thigh on the left leg and gently open through your right hip. If you want, you can reach behind your left leg. Couple breaths. And then switch sides. And then from here, extend your legs forward, arms by your sides, palms up, close your eyes, take a breath, and then exhale. And then draw your knees up into your chest, roll over to your right side, press up to seated. Bring your hands together at your heart. Take a moment to just enjoy the stillness. Lift your thumbs up to your forehead. Take a deep breath in. And together we say, Namaste. Thank you for watching. Thank you for practicing. This is Karen from Bare Bones Yoga. If you have any questions, want to get in touch with me, please visit my website, barebonesyoga.com. Namaste.